we're gonna take a few minutes and talk about rest. Now, before you click off, I know you are probably thinking, rest? Ain't nobody got time for that, especially me. And I totally understand that feeling. The hustle culture that we live in demands that we are on all the time, which can often leave us feeling empty and depleted. But listen, we don't have to live like this. And we're gonna talk about some practical ways that we can rest in a crazy, busy, chaotic world. So way back in the very first chapter of the very first book of the Bible, Genesis, we learned that God created the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day, he rested. He hustled hard Monday through Saturday, and then he took a break. Crazy concept, right? And this day of rest was called the Sabbath. And though it may seem like an ancient concept, I think that we need it now more than ever. The truth is that we were not designed for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was designed for us. And God knew that we would have a tendency to feel the pressure of time, to feel like we need to produce, and that is why he gave us a built-in time of rest. And it simply isn't a day off, it is meant to be restoration for our souls. Isaiah 58 puts it this way in the Message version. If you watch your step on the Sabbath, then don't use my holy day for personal advantage. If you treat the Sabbath as a day of joy, God's holy day as a celebration. If you honor it by refusing business as usual, making money, running here and there, then you'll be free to enjoy God. Oh, I'll make you ride high and soar above it all. And so if you're new to Sabbath, here's the first thing I encourage you to remember. It's a practice. So just like anything you do continually, you're not gonna get it right the first time. You'll get better. If you've never set aside a day or even a few hours to intentionally rest in God's presence, it's gonna take a while to get used to. It's not gonna feel natural at first. Your mind is probably gonna be filled with all the things you could or should be doing instead of rest, but let God's promise be bigger than some of that momentary discomfort. Because when we choose to rest, we get to enjoy God. We get to go places we never thought possible because we are living out of his strength, not just our own. So, how do you start? What do you even do on a Sabbath? God's word guides us to two things, rest and worship. That's what the Sabbath is all about, but how we do that looks different for each of us based on who we are, what we enjoy. What is restful for me might not be very restful for you, and that is okay. It is a day that we can delight in. So here are some ideas that you may want to incorporate into your Sabbath. Going for a walk, getting time outside, spending extended time in your slot and spot, your time with God, taking a nap or sleeping in, connecting with family, talking with friends, pressing pause on social media and scrolling, playing, enjoying a meal. There is no right way to Sabbath. Try some things and see how you feel. If you love cooking, cook a big meal on the Sabbath. If you hate cooking, order a pizza, serve it on paper plates. There is no one size fits all. But here is what I know. When we say yes to God's invitation to rest, we deepen our trust in him. We work from rest, not for it, which reminds us that our identity is not rooted in what we do, but in who we are as children of God. Your yes to Sabbath is a yes to living life God's way. It's a yes to peace, a yes to freedom, and a yes to joy.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Thought in 3. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything happening at the Journey.